Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're dead serious about protecting your family and your castle, you're gonna love today's episode because we're going all in on the absolute best tactical shotguns money can buy in 2025. These beasts bring raw, undeniable stopping power that nothing else can match when it comes to home defense. Shotguns have earned their legendary status for good reason. They're brutal, versatile, and just plain intimidating. We spent weeks researching, double-checking every spec, and tracking down the latest real-world prices, so you're getting nothing but fresh, accurate info straight from the source. Whether this is your very first defensive firearm or you're a hardcore shooter ready to level up your setup, we've got 8 killer options that cover every price range, every experience level, and every possible need. We're talking super compact bullpups, magazine-fed monsters, suppressed shorties, the whole lineup. So grab your favorite drink, kick back, and let's jump into these absolute monsters together. Kicking things off strong, we have the Escort Bull-Tac Bullpup, the king of affordable, maneuverable pumps that punches way above its price tag. Built by Hatsan in Turkey, you can grab this bad boy in 12 gauge, 20 gauge, or even .410 bore, so you can pick exactly how much recoil you're comfortable handling. It rocks an 18-inch barrel, but keeps the overall length down to just 27.75 inches, which is perfect for sweeping hallways, staircases, or any tight corner in your house when seconds count. Fixed cylinder choke means it eats buckshot and slugs without complaining, giving you total flexibility no matter the distance of the threat. You get a tough alloy upper paired with a polymer lower, keeping the unloaded weight right around 7 pounds. Light enough to swing fast, sturdy enough to take a beating. The carry handle isn't just for looks. It's a full Picatinny rail with flip-up iron sights built in, so you're combat ready the second you open the box. That bullpup configuration puts the action behind the trigger, giving you a full-length barrel in a ridiculously short package for way better downrange performance. At roughly $350 street price, this is hands down one of the cheapest reliable options on the list, perfect for new buyers or anyone who wants to keep extra cash in the bank. Magazine tube gives you 5 in the tube, plus 1 in the chamber. Not the highest capacity here, so definitely drill your reloads. Fresh 2025 reviews from places like Gun Digest say it runs like a champ as long as you rack it hard. Short stroke it, and you'll get the usual pump action hiccups everyone knows about. Controls are super straightforward, classic crossbolt safety, standard loading port. Just move farther back because of the bullpup layout. Bottom line, if you're on a budget but still want something compact and dead reliable, the Escort Bull-Tac is an absolute winner, especially once you put in the range time to run it smoothly. Coming in hot next is the Genesis Arms Gen 12 PDS, a semi-auto 12 gauge that basically married an AR-15 to a shotgun and made something insane. This is the high roller pick with its ultra-short 5-inch barrel, which makes it a short-barreled shotgun, meaning you'll need that NFA tax stamp, all the paperwork, and the famous ATF waiting period before you can take it home. Without the optional pinned and welded venom suppressor, it's about 20 inches overall. Throw the kin on, and you're still only at 26 inches. Stupid compact for room-to-room work. It feeds from detachable magazines, and typically runs 5 plus 1 of 2-inch shells, though exact capacity depends on which mag you're rocking. The wild reciprocating barrel system eats recoil for breakfast, and when that suppressor is attached, it keeps the blast and concussion way down. A massive deal indoors when you're pro isn't an option. Built on a DPMS Gen 1 pattern lower, it feels exactly like your AR, complete with free-float M-LOK handguard, hoe grip, mil-spec trigger, and a PDW-style stock to keep everything tiny. It even ships with an EOTech XPS 2-0 already mounted, so you're point and shoot ready in the dark. You're looking around $5,999. Yeah, it's the most expensive gun on the list today, and that price reflects all the premium engineering plus the NFA hassle. The latest 2025 reviews, including Defense Review, rave about how smooth it cycles and how the reciprocating barrel completely eliminates the carbon fouling nightmare you get with most gas-operated shotgun AR hybrids. Obviously, the huge price tag and the legal hoops are the big downsides, but if you're a tactical nerd who wants the ultimate low recoil, suppressed, red dot ready package, and you're cool with the NFA process, The Gen 12 PDS is a total game changer for home defense. In an apartment or urban setting where overpressure and noise are real concerns, this thing is basically unmatched. Alright, next up is the absolute icon, the Kel-Tec KSG. If you've ever watched John Wick, you already know this thing looks like it came straight out of Hollywood Armory. But the crazy part is it's been a real-world option since 2011, and it's still one of the most compact beasts you can own without stepping into NFA territory. With an 18.5-inch barrel squeezed into a ridiculous 26.1-inch overall length, this Bullpup pump is stupidly short and stupidly capable. The real magic is those twin magazine tubes that give you 14 plus 1 rounds of 2 3/4-inch shells, or 12 plus 1 if you're running the longer 3-inch magnums. Flick a lever behind the pistol grip and you instantly switch tubes, so you can rock buckshot in one and slugs in the other. Perfect when the situation changes in the blink of an eye. Downward ejection means true ambidextrous operation. No brass in the face no matter which hand you shoot with. You get a full 12-inch Picatinny rail up top and another 6-inch rail underneath for lights, lasers, or a forward grip. Unloaded, it tips the scales at just 6.9 pounds, so it's easy to maneuver, though full house 12-gauge loads will definitely remind you who's boss on the shoulder. Early KSGs had some growing pains, but the 2025 production models and newer Gen 2 versions are rock solid as long as you run the pump like you mean it. Fresh feedback from Gun Digest and Palmetto State Armory backs that up 100%. The crossbolt safety feels a little old school compared to AR Tang's safeties. And if you do manage to induce a malfunction, clearing it means flipping the gun over, so train that muscle memory. Street price right now sits around $845, and for that you're getting insane firepower in a package shorter than most carbines. Throw on a good recoil pad and a hand stop and you're golden. If you want the highest capacity non-NFA 12 gauge on the planet and you're willing to put in the reps to run it flawlessly, the KSG is still an absolute monster for home defense. Now, let's roll into something a little different. The standard manufacturing SP-12 Compact. This pump-action 12-gauge was built from the ground up to be genuinely ambidextrous and as short as possible while staying just on the right side of the NFA line. Rocking a 14.5-inch barrel and a bird's head grip, total length comes in at 26.5 inches. No tax stamp required. Standard capacity is 5 plus 1, with 2 3/4-inch shells, but it happily eats 3-inch magnums or those awesome 1 3/4-inch Aguila mini shells that bump capacity way up and turn recoil into something even new shooters can smile about. Everything loads and ejects through the bottom, so lefties and righties are equally at home, and you get a full-length top Picatinny plus M-lock slots on both sides of the fore end for all the lights and lasers you could want. There's even a hand strap on the pump to help you rip it back faster. At only 5.75 pounds, it's one of the lightest shotguns we're talking about today. Super easy to swing around the house or toss in a bag. Price floats between $600 to $700 depending on where you snag it, putting it squarely in that sweet mid-range zone. Older 2022 reviews from Athlon Outdoors and current user feedback still love how versatile it is, though mini shells sometimes need a couple hundred rounds of break-in before they run 100%. If you want something ultra-light, truly ambidextrous, and that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, the SP-12 Compact is a killer choice that's easy to carry, easy to customize, and won't break the bank. Last for this section, we have the SRM Arms 1216. Hands down one of the wildest semi-auto 12 gauges ever made. Yeah, it's got an 18.5-inch barrel and a 33.75-inch overall length, so it's noticeably shorter than a classic tactical shotgun, but still gives you proper velocity. The star of the show is that detachable quad-tube revolving magazine. For separate tubes, 16 rounds total, each tube holding 4 2 3/4-inch or 3-inch shells. Hit the release, spin the mag with a lever, and you can instantly switch ammo types on the fly, or just keep blasting without ever reloading until all 16 are gone. When one mag does go dry, pop it out and slap in a fresh one faster than most people can stuff a tube. Rails everywhere, top, sides, the works, and every control is fully reversible for left or right-handed shooters. At 7.25 pounds, it's totally manageable, and the roller-delayed blowback system soaks up a ton of felt recoil, so follow-ups are quick and on target. You're looking at about $1,800, which is definitely premium territory, but you're paying for 16 rounds of semi-auto fury and reloads that happen in seconds. Current owners and recent reviews say it runs flawless with quality ammo and basic maintenance, though learning the magazine system takes a little practice. If you want a high-capacity, rapid-fire, switch ammo-on-demand shotgun that's ready for literally anything that could go down inside your house, the SRM-1216 is an absolute beast that stands in a league of its own. Alright, let's keep the momentum going with a true American classic that never lets you down. The Mossberg 590R and its mag-fed brother, the 590RM. These are straight-up pump-action 12-gauge workhorses that carry forward Mossberg's 50-plus years of building tanks that just refuse to quit. Both rock an 18.5-inch barrel and run roughly 38 to 40 inches overall, depending on how you set the adjustable stock. The 590 sticks with the proven 6+ 1 tubular magazine we all know and love, while the 590RM steps it up with detachable box mags that go 5, 10, all the way up to 20 round for those times when a fast reload actually matters. Either way, you get an ambidextrous rotary safety, a full-length Picatinny top rail, some versions ship with Magpul MBUS flip-ups, a heat shield that actually works, Magpul furniture front to back, M-lock slots for your weapon light, and QD sling points, so you can carry it comfortably all night if you have to. At around 7.5 pounds, are built like bricks, but still swing fast. Real-world street price in 2025 is about $1,085 for the standard 590R and roughly $1,190 for the magazine-fed 590RM. Fresh reviews this year are still calling them some of the toughest, most intuitive pumps on the planet, and the mag-fed version gets extra love for how quick you can top off. If you want bomb-proof reliability with modern tactical goodies and a track record longer than most of us have been alive, the Mossberg 590 series is basically impossible to beat. Now, if you've got the budget and you want the absolute best open the box and dominate package on the market today, say hello to the Langdon Tactical 1301 Blackout. This is a fully tricked out Beretta 1301 Mod 2 semi-auto that Ernest Langdon and his crew turned into a legit fighting machine. You still get the standard 18.5-inch barrel and an overall length right around 37 to 38 inches depending on stock adjustment, but capacity jumps to 7+ 1 of 2 and 3/4-inch shells, and then they pile on the goodies. LTD trigger job that breaks like glass, Magpul stock, their own Super Duty shotgun sight, fastback optic mount, a Holosun 509T enclosed emitter red dot, Streamlight Prodac HLX with tape switch pressure pad, LTT heat shield with built-in cable management, Van Comp side saddle holding spare, rounds, and a Magpul MS-1 sling with QDs. At only 6.7 pounds, it feels like a feather compared to most shotguns, yet it runs smoother than anything else in the safe. Complete package runs $2,500 to $3,000 depending on the exact config, and every single 2025 review calls it buttery, lightning fast, and ready for war straight out of the case. Low light target acquisition is instant thanks to the dot and the weapon light, and you've got extra shells literally an inch from your support hand. If you want the ultimate grab-and-go defensive semi-auto, and you don't feel like spending months and thousands piecing it together yourself, the Langdon 1301 Blackout is straight-up endgame material. Sliding into the budget semi-auto bullpup slot, we have the Panzer Arms BP-12, a Turkish bullpup that gives you way more gun than the price tag suggests. It's got a 20-inch barrel stuffed into a 30.7-inch overall length, so it's compact but still keeps good velocity downrange. Feeds from detachable box mags at 5+1, and most packages ship with 3 to 5 extra mags right in the box. You get rails galore, flip-up iron sights, adjustable cheek riser and butt pad, non-reciprocating side charging handle, and a gas regulator, so it'll eat everything from light target loads to heavy buck without hiccuping. At 8.4 pounds, it's chunkier than some bullpups, but when it's wearing a $520 price tag, it's tough to complain. Older 2021 reviews plus fresh user feedback say it's surprisingly accurate and easy to run once broken in, although the trigger is definitely on the heavy side until you swap it or polish it. Everything is ambidextrous, and the aftermarket is growing fast. If you want semi-auto speed in a Bullpup package without spending four figures, the BP12 is hands down one of the smartest buys on the wall right now. And wrapping up our list with something completely different, the Black Aces Tactical Pro Series L lever action 12 gauge. Yes, you heard that right. A modern lever gun built specifically for home defense. It rocks an 18.5-inch barrel, stretches to 39 inches with a full shoulder stock, or drops to a hair over 30 inches with the bird's head grip, so you stay NFA-free either way. Capacity is 6+1. You get an aluminum receiver, tough synthetic furniture with a real recoil pad, checkered grip panels, sling studs, and it even takes Benelli mobile chokes so you can tune patterns however you want. At just 6.4 pounds, it shoulders fast and points like your favorite point 30-30. Street price is an insane $399, and the latest 2025 feedback calls it fun, fast, and shockingly practical. The medium-sized lever loop is glove-friendly, the action is slick right out of the box, and while it obviously can't keep up with a semi-auto and raw speed, a trained lever shooter can still rip off rounds quicker than most people can work a pump. Hooded front sight keeps you on target, and choke options give you flexibility from close-up buck to longer slug work. If you want something classic that still feels fresh, ridiculously affordable, and just plain enjoyable every time you pick it up, the Black Aces Pro Series L is an absolute gem that deserves a spot in any collection. Every single one of these brings its own flavor to the fight. So tell me down in the comments, which one are you leaning toward, or which one do you already have sitting in the safe? Smash that like button if this helped you out, drop a sub if you haven't already, turn on the bell so you never miss a video, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay armed, stay trained, and stay safe out there, fam. Peace.